Welcome back to the channel. So today I've got another 2023 X1 xDrive28i. It is in the Alpine Vice guys here, in M Sport package as well. So new chassis is the U11, which is a front-wheel drive based platform. Let's talk about all the new things on the 2023 redesigned X1. So the M Sport package has a much more aggressive front apron. You can see that high gloss black trim areas with the inlets, which all look actually pretty real. So the active kidney grille here. You also have all your centers here, should you have stuff available on that in terms of options. Redesigned headlights, which actually look pretty good. Not exactly the same, but I think reminiscent of the new 3 Series. Here's our air intakes going across. You can see an actual hole. So the Carwow stick of truth would show that that is actually an actual inlet which goes over the wheels. Speaking of which, we have the Style 871M wheels. These are 19-inch wheels, and also have the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires on them, which is actually pretty amazing on an X1. But I think maybe one of the criticisms of these wheel designs is they're actually pretty flat. Not any real dish or concavity to it. So our caliper is also pretty mundane. All right, let's take a look at the X1 in Alpine White. Side profile I think looks really, really good. Sort of maybe reminiscent of the X3. A little bit of a sloping roofline as well. We have the Shutline exterior parts as well in high gloss black. A real sculpted look for the taillights as well. So I think a little bit hard to make out on video as well as photographs, but sort of a nice classic L-shaped design here. You can see we also do not have visible exhaust tips, even with the M Sport line. All right, so we'll make our way around our X1 and Alpine Vice. The side skirts rocker panels in high gloss black trim as well for the M Sport model. I think this looks like a really good compact SUV. I think BMW Blog has said, or maybe asked the question, is this actually the best SUV, SAV that BMW makes? I'm not so sure about that, but I think it looks like a really good effort here for an entry-level SUV, SAV, sport activity vehicle as BMW calls them. All right, we'll take a look at the inside and go over pricing and options. So you can see flush door handles. You're also on the 2 Series Coupe and the new 3 Series. So opening up, we've got some really good efforts on terms of the interior. So leather is no longer an option on the X1. But we do have blue contrast stitching with Sensitech and Alcantara. I'll show that on the seats. So available option. So we got Alcantara basically down the middle of the seat and the head restraint. Let me zoom out. But really nice details, really well-designed seats. M striping as well. Contrast stitching all throughout the seat. Looks really, really fantastic. But as you can see, no lumbar support, no side bolster adjustments either. All right, you can see the contrast stitching also is on the dashboard. Really nice touches. And inside, iDrive 8, so really no surprises here. But what you'll be surprised with is the size of it isn't great. So if you want to step up, you have to get the premium package, which will increase the size of this sort of display here. And then our not quite curved display here. And the trim here is the eucalyptus open pore trim, which looks pretty interesting. You notice our redesigned areas here in the center. So the big adjustment is no iDrive controller here. You will have to use voice commands or the touchscreen. There's no way around it. Got our gear selector nub, volume settings here, and a few buttons you can sort of quickly access things to the parking assistant. Your modes, basically your driving modes, driving settings, auto hold, and that's about it. Steering wheel wise, it looks pretty damn good. So this is the M Sport steering wheel. You notice over here, you do have shift paddles, only available in the M Sport package. And this one on the left is a boost function. So you'll have 10 seconds of boost. There's going to be a nice animation here counting down 10 seconds as you shift down and floor it. But really good design on the steering wheel. I think a really good effort on the interior. Let's talk about pricing. Okay, starting price of the X1 xDrive28i, the only one currently available in the US market, $38,600. Alpine White is included, and the Sensitech is obviously included. $19.50 for the convenience package. Another $200 for the eucalyptus open pored fine wood trim. $2,300 for the M Sport package, and those 19-inch wheels, another $600. Moving on down, the heated front seats and steering wheel, another $550. Few accessories, including wheel locks, floating hubcaps, LED projector, all told MSRP for this example, $45,635. Now, if you want the bigger sort of cockpit display, as well as a heads-up display, you will have to spring for the premium package. You also get Harman Kardon sound system and parking assistance. And recently added to the orders are the availability of the Active Driving Assistance Pro, basically Driving Assistance Professional package, which is now on the build for the X1. Won't be showing up in our inventory for quite some time. But let's take a look at the back seat and go over a little bit more details of the X1. All right, so let's get the back seat here. So opening up a bench seat here, you do have a little bit of a recline function here by pulling on this tab here. You can adjust the seats forwards and backwards in terms of recline, but not shifting the seat forwards and backwards. So the view from the back seat with the panoramic moonroof, really large panoramic moonroof as well. Headroom is fantastic. Our knee room and leg room, really, really good for the X1. As I said, headroom and knee room, fantastic for a car that's not really huge, but not a lot to complain about in the back seat. Still have the Alcantara stitching and contrast stitching. So still have Alcantara on the rear seats as well as contrast stitching as well in blue. I think really good details, and at no additional cost to you. I mean, a really good seat option. Very sporty. All right, let's take a look at the trunk area. You can also get a trailer hitch on the vehicle, only available on the X line, and this is, of course, the M Sport line, but kicked open is here. So pretty good space at the back. And you do have a little bit of extra storage space here, but you also have standard spare tire in the back that's included on all the X1s, because no longer does it have run flats. But I mean, a pretty decent sized cargo area. We'll do the kick to close. We'll take in our X1 and Alpine White one more time. It's obviously the basic color for the car. We do have other colors, basically at least one for each color that was on the X1 inbound. I think what I'm looking forward to is Portimao Blue and even Frozen Pure Gray. So lots of neat options coming in terms of colors on this car, including Utah Orange, which I don't believe is available on the M Sport package, but looking forward to seeing all the different colors on the brand new X1. And this is actually, I think, the 4th X1 to arrive, but only the 2nd that we will have on the channel. We'll try to get more of them, as long as they last, but it's actually a pretty popular vehicle. But that's it for a quick tour around the brand new X1, and we'll see you at the next video.